all about the healing. What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? With my peeps, sun, moon, rising, and Venus, my Taurus gang, or my Taurus sunshine, or my Taurus my Taurus star gang. What's up? To my day ones, my day twos, my new news. What's going on? If you clicked here for the first time, I'm Trinity. Welcome to my channel. And this is where it's at. We hot and popping on this channel. We hot and popping. But I'm asking all my Taurus gang to go right on over to What About. So, because I just put out a little small mini for Taurus on that it's all signs. So Taurus, go check it out. Go like, share, subscribe, support that channel, support my other baby, just like I'll be supporting you on here. Support me on my baby on my other channel. All right, so with that being said, it should be inside of the description box if you want to know where to go and how to just if it doesn't click as a link, just copy, paste, put it in your browser, and it should take you there. All right, so with that being said, let's get into it. all right what we got going on here, what we dealing with here is, again, we dealing with two feminine energies again. And as I look on here, I think it's the same feminine energy. I think this is a piggyback off of the reading that I did. Like I said, I don't remember from which, but I know that I just did a reading talking about two feminines. But this one is a little different, but it's the same energy. It looks like it's the same person. Because this particular, well, let me talk about you first. Let me put them on the back burner, because if I start talking about them first, then I'll run them down, and then the whole reading is. No, we're gonna talk about you. And if I go long-winded on you, so be it. And less on them, so be it. All right. So with that being said, this is important reading because it is something here about your children. Now, your children could be little, they could be infancy, all the way until they can be full grown in their 50s and 60s. Whatever, you know what I'm saying. But it's a message here about your children. But let me go ahead and talk about you. Okay, you dwell, and you do so well all by yourself. Being isolated all to yourself, where you could just sit and you can think, and you can thank, and you can have full gratitude. You can see all around you. You don't have people poking and prodding, and you don't have people in your energy. You don't have to worry about somebody else. You don't have to worry about this one. You don't have to worry. You are isolated from being around a lot of people, and you like it like that. In the past, people thought that they can just put all kind of spell work on you and try to keep you isolated, and that isolation will make you go crazy. And if you was isolated and you didn't have no man and you didn't have no woman, you didn't have nobody in your bed, that was just gonna make you feel lonely and isolated and suicidal, and people, you would think something was wrong with you. But it's on the contrary. On the contrary, you like to be alone. You like not being around a lot of people. It's like when you are alone, you can hear, you can see. It's so much clearer when you are isolated, when you are by yourself, when you are, in the bed by yourself. You ain't got no, you got that whole space to yourself, and having that whole space to yourself, it's like you have such a peace and so grateful. It's things that when you lay and you isolate and you're by yourself and you are in a space, in your bed, in your space, it's like a special kind of peace, a special kind of gratitude that you have. It's things that come up in your mind that make you so grateful for having that space to yourself. It's things that when you there, it's like things that you think about that you don't have to be bothered with. You don't have to be bothered with nobody fighting for somebody for the covers, and you hot, they cold. You ain't got to do all that. You can have the fans blazing. You could just be free to set the room up to be whatever way you want it to be. You could put all kind of colors, and you could just do things the way you want. You don't have to have nobody else in mind but yourself. And it's a lot when you are alone and you are able to think and you're able to see things clearly. It's like you have such an appreciation for the way things are in your life. You look at things from a different perspective. You're so grateful for the little things, the minute things, where if you had somebody in your space, or you had somebody in your bed, or you had somebody all around you all the time, that you would just take those things for granted. I'm talking about somebody that has spent a lot of time alone. Not just somebody that's alone now. You've spent a lot of time alone. It's like at this point, your gifts expand, you grow, your gifts heighten when you are alone. It's like the gifts, when you grow and you elevate your wherever you are, it heightens because you're able to see and hear and be able to be grateful and for things that you wouldn't normally be able to see when it's people around you. It's what I'm getting. People expect for you to be sad. People think and wonder why you're not sad. How can you live and be alone? Why you don't long and why you're not lonely and all of that, but you're not. You're not. Who I'm talking to, you have been alone a long time, and you just not alone. You're just not lonely. Now, I'm not saying that at times you don't wish that you had relationships or you had somebody in your life. That's not, I'm not saying that, because you're human. But what I'm saying is, for the most part, you don't have a problem with being alone. Being alone is not an issue for you. It's like, in your aloneness, your gifts heighten. It's like you utilize your gifts in a different way when you are alone. And you use that isolation to heighten, to take your gifts to another level, is what I'm getting here. You appreciate this time with yourself. You appreciate your life. You see life differently when you are alone. You live life differently. And when I say alone, you go on vacations alone, you go out to eat alone, you go to the movies alone. You don't need. Now, if somebody come along with you, whatever the case may, oh, that's fine. But you fine either way. You okay either way it go. That's who I'm talking to. Now, you got somebody that ain't nowhere near like that. This person is a copycat. This other feminine energy is a copycat. They want to be like you. They want to have your essence. They want people to think that they are you. But they could never ever be alone. This particular feminine, they can go to bed maybe one day, not have nobody in their bed. They can go and not have somebody in their bed, but you best believe that this feminine will have to be able to not, they ain't got to come to her bed. They ain't got to come to his bed. But she gonna be in somebody's bed. He gonna be in somebody's bed at some point. They can't be, they're nothing like you. But they want people to look at them like they look at you. They want your essence and how people view you. They view you, your energy has a sweet, you have a sweet, innocent side of you. You have compassion. You have a loving, gentle, kind heart aspect to you. You're very, very loving and kind and all of that. And this person believes that that is what she or he need to be like you. But that's not you being sweet, compassionate, or innocent. That has nothing to do with it. That's some of your personality traits. But who you really are, what your essence is, your blueprint, who you really are on the inside, what the makeup of you, your light, your shine, your anointing, your blueprint, your your the essence of you is what people are drawn to. It's the part of you that when you are alone, that you nurture. You feed yourself with love and gentleness and kindness, just like you, that's your personality trait to others. You, when you are alone, you feed that to yourself. You appreciate yourself. You love yourself. You are gentle with yourself in your aloneness. And so it's on so many levels. This person is trying to be something that they know nothing about. Being alone and taking that aloneness and nurturing it and 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 being grateful and being grounded. That's the word I'm trying. Yeah, and grounding all of that, grounding all of that into oneness and wholeness and completeness. This person is nowhere near that. They don't want to be alone. See, because when they're alone, that reflection, that downtime, that alone time is quiet. And oftentimes in the quietness and the stillness, it reflects back who you truly are. And when you running from who you are and you don't want to be who you are, you want to be somebody else. You want to try to tap into somebody else. You want to try to copy somebody else. That stillness, that aloneness, that quietness won't allow you to do that. You will always, in the quietness and the stillness, you will always be confronted with your own self, your own thoughts, your own being, your own demons, your own issues in the stillness. That's why oftentimes a lot of people who are copycats, or a lot of people that's running from their own self, they don't want to be alone. They want to be around a whole lot of people, gossiping and keeping up a whole lot of chaotic confusion energy to distract them from who they truly are on the inside. But this copycat, this person, they could never ever copy you. But anyway, something here about children. So this copycat, this person realized that they can't compare. I don't know what is this? It's about the third or fourth reading, but this time we don't got the ugly spell up in here. But this time it's still the same concept. They can't copy you. People don't look at them. They don't get the same attention that you get. They don't. The outcome is not. It's not the same. This person and tried everything. They try to block your money, stop your money. They try to throw all kind of spell work, throw all kinds of negative energy, evil eye at you. But no matter what they throw, in the stillness of isolation, in the stillness of aloneness, in the stillness of you being you and enjoying your time alone and grounding yourself and becoming whole, you always come up with peace, harmony, and calmness, no matter what they throw at you. You always end up always in a state of peace. And that drives them crazy. It drives them insane. All the stuff, all the work, all the rituals, all the things that they're doing behind the scenes to send to you, to block you, to stop you, to disturb your peace, to disturb you, to have you, to make you angry, to make you resentful, to make you ungrateful, to make you come out of character, act out of character. It never works. You go right back to cool, calm, and collective and at peace. No matter what they throw, no matter what they do, no matter what they trying to do, no matter what. So it drives them crazy and drives them to a point of no return, as far as I'm concerned. Because then, if they can't get you, well, let me focus on who is the weakest link, who don't have no protection, who is not high ranking, who don't have no rank, who is the weakest link. Let me focus on the collective's children. Let me try to focus there and see if I can get to the collective that way. Cause see, the collective, they don't play about their children. The collective don't play about their children. So they come with the plan within themselves that if I can't get a rise, if I can't get nothing going on, I can't get the collective to act out of character. If I can't hurt the collective any other way, let me target their children. Now, I just got where this is something that could have happened a while back. This could be something that's happening that this person is trying to do right now. Or this is something that they're working on to happen in the future. But let me just say this. This is something that happened. This is something that they already did. Because the repercussions, this person is in fear. Because they thought that your children didn't have any protection. They thought your children didn't have any rank. They thought your children was your weakest link. But your children is off limits. And this person, this copycat, is figuring that out. And so the things that they've done, the things that they've sent, the things that they've paid for, the things that they have initiated to go towards your children, to affect your children, or to hurt your children, they learning right now. They're finding out right now that your children was always off limits. The fight was against you and them, but your children was off limits. And so anything that they sent to your children, anything that they done to initiate it towards your children, or anything that they're trying to do to your children, it's not even gonna compare to what they tried to do to you, because your children are off limits. It's not this copycat, this person don't have a ranking even in the underworld, don't have that ranking, don't have the authority to go after your children. And even though if they don't have rank, you have rank. You don't go at, they can't go after you. Your children is 10 times fold not to go after, because your children don't have what you have. That's just like, let's just put it in a metaphor real quick, because I don't got a lot of time. We as Christians, or we as God's people, or we as whatever religion or whatever you believe, God created us. So we are God's children, per se. This is just go along with it. Okay, so we're God's children. So, you know, you don't target, you can't, you can't get God, you can't do nothing with God. So you going after God's children? No, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Hold on. Oh my goodness. Okay, for the on okay, let me go ahead on it and for the gist of it. Okay, so you have a copycat. They can't get you. They know about your ranking. They've been trying everything they can to get you. They can't. So they coming up with, well, let me target the children. Not understanding and understanding, and definitely not overstanding that your children is off limits. The battle is between you and them. The spiritual battle is between you and them. It's any children or anything like that is off limits. And family members and stuff like that, yeah, stuff like that goes according to the ranking system and according to your family dynamics and what it is that your family members are into, what they believe, and what it is that they hold the most valuable to them within their soul. I'll put it to you like that. But it's so much to say about that. When people trying to target your children and target your family members, and they're successful and they able to do, it's many things, many layers of why some things is successful. And I really don't have time to go into that. I understand. But anyway, children, no. It's your children. I'm going to say this. Your children, no. Because according to your contract, according to who you are and what it is that you have petitioned God, asked God, prayed for, and according to your contract, your children is involved in that contract along with you. Because before you came down here, you were royalty. And we know king, queen, empress, emperor. We know that if you up there in the ranking system, then your children are tied with that. Because if you up in that status, if they can't get you, they're going to go after what? Your children. So your children is tied. You had your children to be tied into your contract of coming down here. Now, some children, they're going to do some things. Some children are going to get out of alignment. Some children are going their own path, do their own thing, and come under your hedge of protection, but that's on them. You had them protected. You had them in the contract, and they fell under your headship and aligning of being under royalty and under the spiritual ranking. And they went outside of that, and they no longer wanted to be a part of that. That's something different. But this person, they didn't know that. And so what they did was they target your children. And now they running in fear. Because coming against you is one thing, but coming against your children, that's a whole nother element. You had that lined up in your contract. That if somebody come against you, do things to you, it's battle to battle. Battle to battle. But if they come for your children, that's a no-no. That's a no-no. Your grandchildren, that's a double no-no. I don't know who you are, but you put stipulations in your contract about your children and your children's children. They off limits when it comes to you. If anybody want to try to target, want to try to come for somebody, they need to come for you. And let's do this thing one by one. Let's battle. But my children, my children's children, that's off limits. That's off limits. The cat is off the bag. The thing, everything is just, once you target the children, then everything is thrown out. Everything is thrown out. Reason is thrown out. It's a whole nother element, a whole nother battle, a whole nother thing when you come for this person's children. When you come for the children, you got a problem on your hands when you come for the children, because it's already been written. You come for me, that's a whole, okay, come on, let's do it. And you still gonna reap a benefit for coming for me because of the ranking system. But for my children, honey, you will be better just to leave my children alone. And definitely don't want me to see, you don't definitely want me to see you doing something or know you did something to my children. That's off limits. And that's all I'm going to say about this. Whoever this is, they all up in chaos energy. They scared, they running, because things ain't never happened the way it's all unfolding now. This is something that they did. Something they did, meaning they could have did it this last full moon. They could have did it the first of the year. But something they ain't done. They may not recover from this. But it ain't nothing I did. It ain't nothing nothing nobody did. They did that to themselves. Because they scared now. They scared. Yeah. Running. Don't know what's going to happen to them. Scared to go out. Stuck in the house. Don't know what to do. Because they don't know what's getting ready to unfold, but they know something coming for them. Don't let that, and cross watcher, if you're here, don't let that be you. Don't let envy and jealousy take you to a point and take you to a place of no return. Because once you do this, there is no return. Children are off limits. And I know this world is looking at children in another way. But you shall reap what you've sown when you do the things that you do to children. And a lot of people think they're going to get away with it. A lot of people think that children is so weak and so it's you know, they can just do whatever they want to do. But it's not that they are weak, because they can't physically protect themselves, but children are protected. They are protected. And everything you do to children, you will reap. You will reap a harvest. And when I say harvest, it ain't gonna be nothing good for you. You're gonna reap what you sow. You do anything to children. All right, with that being said, put in the comments if this resonated with you. Put in the comments just put in the comments, I hear you loud and clear. I hear you loud and clear. If this resonates, or if this, you got something out of it, hit the emojis. Let a sister know you still working with me, still love me, you still with me. I much appreciate that. I'm sending love, I'm sending healing your way, and Trinity is